had tea this morning, not my normal coffee, sometimes referenced as a love that has never let me down. My tongue's most sophisticated places relishes in its gingery backsplash, all spiced and stimulating. Aromas. She paired well with the earth's bountiful harvest as a Hey gang, hey honeybees, it's your girl back with what more experimentation. Baby, it's been cold, and what I do not like is being cold. Now, I again do have a propane heater, right? But my intentions, is they're not to run off of propane. And especially when I came off grid, my intentions were not to run off propane. And I want to create a heating source that will definitely work in conjunction with the propane, because propane is expensive and I run through quite a bit of it per month or per week even. So at least 3 times a week I have to fill up my propane tank to run my heater, and propane is probably about $3.50 per gallon. So that's what I have to do. So remember my first experimentations, or my first 15? Anyways, the first 5 or so, they were on the grill. Well, what was I doing? Back on YouTube again, which I'll drop the link for his channel, My Inspiration. And I had built the brick stove wrong the first time I built it. So this is what I've done this time, okay? As you can see that there is a candle burning underneath there. And guess what? That's the Crisco candle, right? Now, he had... I think this is an 8-inch pot, the big one. He had 2 6-inch pots inside, which I don't have, and you do know that I'm going to use what I have. He had 2 6-inch pots inside. He took the stop. There was no stopper off, and then within a half hour, it had changed the temperature in the home tremendously. So I used what I had. I had the 8-inch pot, and I have like 3 of these. I don't know what inch it is because I just don't know. They're tiny. So, I've had this, I literally just put it together maybe 6 minutes ago. And so, I don't know if you can see this, put bubble wrap on my windows. So I'm going to see, first of all, I heard it was great insulation, and anything to keep my heat in and keep my windows from hemorrhaging heat, I will do. So this is Reflectix that I have on the top part of the window, which I may remove if this bubble wrap does really well. I'll remove that, and then I'll insulate my ceilings, okay? Because they're not insulated. So that's what I'll do. I just walked a little bit closer to that pot, and when I tell you it was throwing off heat, oh my goodness, I might be onto some. Please cross your fingers, toes, legs, arms, body, eyes, whatever the case may be, honey, because I am determined to make this work. We'll be back with more results. Again, we've been on for maybe like 7 minutes. If that, I don't even really think it's been that long. I'll be back within about a half hour to see what it's giving. Okay? Keep your fingers crossed for me. So we're back with part 2 of the experiment. Okay, so I made the clay pot and cinder block stove yesterday that, let me tell you, works awesomely. And so what I realized is that it throws beautiful heat for about 8 feet. So the front part of my tiny house that is 24 feet long is warm. So I decided to bring the grill, since it has legs and things, back here for my space heater. Okay. So I just put these 3, this is what I had, was 3 little clay pots, and I was not about to go buy any. I, again, believe in using what I have. And so I put those clay pots on the burner back here. And when I tell you, it is a tremendous difference, especially too with it being on the floor. So what that makes sense is, if it throws, for me, in my mind, if it throws heat for 8 feet, that means 16 feet of my house has been covered by heat, radiant heat. And so I'll make 1 more of these, what I call now space heaters, to cover the entire 24 feet. But when I tell you, it is making all the difference in the world, oh my goodness. thank you so much, sir, for your ingenuity and your creativity and your experimentation, because my goodness, am I excited. And just an update to this particular one, as you can see, well, a couple of the candles have gone out. I'll have to replace, or at least one. So I definitely put 9 tea candles underneath the clay pot. I have a Crisco candle going back there. I don't know if it's still lit. That Crisco candle. And then I also have my beeswax candle going. So I am going to produce quite a bit of candles, beeswax candles. I think I'm going to make tea light beeswax candles as well. So I'm going to just run probably off of beeswax and the Crisco candles because they're the hottest, even though these tea candles definitely produce a lot of heat. But being now that I make candles, I kind of just want to stick with my beeswax instead of paraffin. Listen, the heat that's coming off of this is tremendous. And I took the plug out of it, okay? As you can see, all the heat, the light, the candles. I took the plug out and I find it to produce more heat. Again, I also put bubble wrap up to my windows to stop having my windows hemorrhage the heat. And when I tell you this is making all the difference, it's about 45 degrees and I'm very, very comfortable in my house. I am so excited. This is everything. Thank you all so much again for tuning in to Honey's Homestead. Please, please, please turn on my notifications. Subscribe, like this video. Please share the channel. I'm figuring this thing out on this homestead. I didn't, I had no idea in the high desert of Arizona that I would have to deal with these kind of temperatures, but I did. And so I wasn't necessarily prepared, but the good news is I'm always prepared to experiment. I'm flexible in life, and I am able to heed the messages of ingenious people. So thank you so very much for tuning in, and I'll be back with more experimentations, grace and gratitude. Peace. I had tea this morning, not my normal coffee, sometimes referenced as a love that has never let me down.